Is it Jimmy?
That's right.
How you doing, Jimmy?
Hey, how are y'all tonight?
Good.
Good.
You on the right there, my right, gentleman, said something about rationality. Basically, it's not. We make laws and we operate on a system of rationality. And I want to just take that a little further and go, well, everything, in my opinion, it's kind of relative. Let's just say that a small, and we wish smaller percentage of people kill other people, murder. And, and those are, I guess, we would call those bad people. And let's just say, and this is not an analogy, this is just an example that may or may not be related. Let's just say that the atheist contingent is, just exponentially tiny compared to people that are deists.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Now, one of the principles of the Constitution. One of the principles of the Constitution that we talked about before, and this is something that's established by mutual agreement, is that it's there to protect the rights of the minority, no matter how small they are, from the whim of the majority. So that just because you come up with a 96% of the population who happens to think that the other 4% of the population should be enslaved, they don't get to do it.
Okay, I don't know why you went there, but let me just build.
You talked about how hypothetically atheism being. Well, I guess the big thing is. You need to get to whatever point you're making, because you've hit like 5 things and we're not sure exactly what you're getting at.
Okay. Well, sorry if this is a problem, but here we go. You back to the rationality thing. Why can't it just be that Joe Blow, who murdered a family of 4, is a bad person? How come it's just not that he's just irrational? I mean, why don't you explain that to me? Where rationality comes from? Where good and evil, or good and bad, every kind of scientific, social explanation for this world, which is black and white, in my opinion. I mean, your job, in my opinion, is to be ready and to have what it takes to answer these questions, to keep answering questions. Where is rationality from?
Who says it has to be from something? I tell you where it's from. It's from my mind.
Okay.
Where did God come from?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you believe that? And I think this is something we might both disagree on. But do you believe in a spinning mass of blah 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 that exploded and then here we are talking? I mean.
Are you talking about the common misrepresentation of the Big Bang Theory that
sure.
people like?
Yeah, I would like to explain.
No,
I'd
it's
like
wrong.
Your take on the Big Bang Theory.
Our take on. Why don't you talk to some physicists?
Yeah.
Because you're sitting right there.
No,
dude.
See,
fine, then tell us where your God came from. You're expecting us to speak as experts on the science that explains the universe.
You're expecting
and yet
the
you
world to prove to you that
you
there
refuse
isn't,
to speak.
I put you on hold.
So you refuse to speak as an expert on the issue of your religion. You can't say your religion is immune to questioning and then put us on the spot and insist that I'm an artist. Right? Matt, I don't know what the hell Matt does for a living. But, we are not physicists. We are not going to sit here and describe the science to you, nor is our position going to be undermined by that fact, any more than yours is undermined by your inability to explain where your God came from.
Additionally, let me finish.
Okay.
Even if the explanation for the Big Bang is completely wrong, even if evolutionary theory is completely wrong, which is impossible at this point, but let's assume they were, it still doesn't prove anything at all about the God that you claim you believe in. The burden of proof is on you. I don't have to explain. Atheism is the lack of belief in a God, and I'll go more specifically. I don't believe in your God, and I don't have to justify that by telling you how the universe began or how humans evolved or anything else. I don't need any justification at all because the burden of proof is on you.
To prove that there is a God. Okay.
Yes.
But I pick one thing, and you're just sitting here saying, go ask a scientist.
No,
sure.
If you want the best answer possible, you of course ask a scientist and not some guys.
I like this one-way street, Ron. I've got to prove something that is it's beyond your understanding. If I were a God and I was going to make a universe, I wouldn't want you up my behind.
Piss off. You just don't understand. The burden of proof is on you, and it's not because we don't like your God. It's because you're making an exceptional claim which violates everything we know about reality, start to finish, and you do so with no evidence to support it. If you want to believe in a God, that's fine. If you want others to share your belief, prove it. That's it.
Okay. I have nothing else to add.
I mean, I can give you an explanation of the Big Bang. I can explain some elements of evolution. We do a lot of this at the Wiki to try and answer as many questions as we possible. Wiki.ironchariots.org. There's facts on the website. There are plenty of pages from real scientists at Talk Origins and other things that answer these deep apologetical questions that are brought up by Christians of, well, my God explains where I come from. No, he doesn't. God is a complete non-explanation. It is a non-answer. It's a stopping point. It's a way to fill gaps in knowledge. The answer is, I don't know how the universe began, but somebody says that God did it. Well, where did God come from?
We could be accused.
I don't know.
We could be accused of doing something similar and saying, I don't know how the universe got here, but some scientists say it was the Big Bang. Right? We could be accused of that. The difference is that what is known about the Big Bang is not based on faith. What's known about the Big Bang, and don't ask us to describe it, and we'll give you a layman's description if we had to, but there was no point to that.
Because atheists don't have to accept the Big Bang.
That's true. But what is known about the Big Bang is not based on faith. It's not some scientist sat down and prayed really hard and came up with that and said that God told them, right? It's based on theories that predicted what the universe would have to be like if something like the Big Bang happened, and then they did the experiments to test whether those implications of the theory were true, and when they turned out to be true, they said, darn, it looks like we have settled upon something close to an accurate answer to that question.
And then we found these scrolls buried under the pyramids that confirm the Big Bang.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, no, that never happened. That's religious nonsense. Gosh.
Right. Scientists do not say what they say just 'cause. They are not pulling it out of their butts.
And as a clarification, for those of you who are foaming at the mouth right now, we're not saying that all religious people are crazy.
No,
but most of you probably are.